It was a dark and stormy night. Dressed in plate armor, longsword at his side, stooped over a cliff, staring down at abysmal prospects. He was the son of a king, too spent to stand, so he was sent out grail hunting, only to find that festering wound had spread through every corner of his kingdom. So the crippled prince comes to the end of his nobility and considers jumping. Well, it was a dark and stormy day when I called up Joe and asked if I could stay over. Long-standing invitation that came as suddenly as the realization his wife made us rigatoni with red sauce, served with tap water in plastic princess cups. We ate in the living room and talked about nothing for some time. What else is there to say when your hero's journey ends up circling back in on itself? I sat in that guest bedroom that night and wondered why I wanted to kill myself. Was it my crippled stride, scarlet hands tied down to every addiction I couldn't shake, or my eyes caressing heaven and bleak horizons, hunting angelic, careening off my holy quest in search of some tangible measurement of success? Give me a sword, give me a shield, give me a morning star that I can set my compass to. Give me a crusade so I can die in a blaze of glory, and maybe then my life will have meant something. Because for all of my trying, I still can't overcome my wound. So I laid on that guest bedroom floor, inspecting every one of my self-inflicted lacerations, fighting flesh and blood for some piece of mind, some piece of land to call mine, some body who would call me mine. Everybody is looking for that Holy Grail. Turning over and under and backwards, shattered spines spinning and spreading the wound further until we crash into one another and call the survivors champions or charlatans. Given trophies to drink our winnings, then tie them around our necks and jump into the sea. We are all the sons of fisher kings, looking for a drink. And that deep blue beneath is taunting, inviting us like the answer could be found if we just plunged that abyssal maw. But the coin I drew from the mouth of a grouper had the make of a conquering king. Flipped it over, I saw the wounded worm crushed beneath by feet, and I heard it is in the crushing that the wine press redeems. O bitter wine, the sweetest drink. O broken bread, the greatest feast. I found myself lying on that guest bedroom floor, nursing old wounds beneath new bandages that, suddenly undressed, were nowhere to be found. It was miraculous. But where was the grail that had done it? It sat squarely beside the sink, still half full of tap water. Bright pink, factory made, little girl's favorite. Just a plastic cup. But the grail is always taken in community. No night will find Camelot empty. Come to the table. We are each of us disfigured by misadventurous falls, but the gathering calls the starving from the fishmonger's latest haul and invites us to feast with a wounded family. It's the only place I found healing. So come hungry, All the poor and weak, without money, eat and drink, flesh and blood, bread and wine, truth and love poured out freely. Come find that grail at arm's reach.